Good morning, everyone, and welcome to California Live. We've seen a lot of powerful demonstrations across the country, people of all colors standing up for change.
Yeah, they've been so emotional and moving to watch, and I love all of the images I'm seeing. They are just so powerful.
And one man who's been in the middle of it all with his camera joins us this morning. He's worked with some of the greatest talent, Dave Chappelle, Lenny Kravitz, and Bruno Mars. But celebrity photographer Matthew Bitton tells us this is his most important work. Take a look.
Matthew, thank you so much for joining us. Your collection of photos, reflections of an uprising. You were in LA in the middle of the protests. What was it like to be on the scene?
Well, first of all, hello, nice to see you. It was absolutely insane because I just went to protest, and I always have a camera with me, and I wanted to document as I do. I always document everything I do everywhere I go, and so I figured this would be an important one. But I never expected in the beginning. I think it was May 30th and 31st. I never expected them to be so big. I never expected them to end up so crazy. This was the first time where I felt like this was no longer just people that have been through these struggles and are still protesting about it. It felt like the youth was also out there supporting, and kids, and as you'll see in the photo of the little boy named Cash, that went viral that I shot that day, like just to see kids and their parents bringing their families, and punk rockers, and all kinds of people, every race, every color, every nationality, was amazing for me to see.
What other images stood out for you during these rallies?
I mean, there's so many, but there's one with these guys on top of a police car, and they took a sale sign out of a shop that says, everything must go, like a liquidation sign. And I just thought that was such a beautiful image. And later, maybe a week later or so, I captured another protest in West Hollywood. There's this beautiful woman on top of a car, with her fist up in the air. And I call that the new Statue of Liberty, because when I saw her, I was like, God, I wish this was the new Statue of Liberty. As far as imagery goes, it no longer felt like a Black thing. And it was nice to see that everybody was out there supporting the Black Lives Matter movement. But it wasn't like, you see these portraits at a lot of time, you just really focus on a certain aspect of it, and African Americans, and it's like when there's a terrorist attack, they only show certain things of Arabs, So I like that this was so mixed and it's so diverse, and it just felt like we were all human beings just there for the same cause.
Do you ever go back and look at the photos and see something you didn't first see when you snapped it?
Yeah, I was actually showing some of my friends here yesterday. I was looking at that because I brought Dave and his wife Elena print of the Felicia and Cash, the little boy, that photo that went all over the world. And I noticed that right behind them, there's a sticker on the bus window, and it's got a little policeman cartoon, and it says, police hiding, or it's got the police and it says hiding. And like, I didn't notice that. It's such a strange, moment to see that, like police hiding, and then I don't know, there's something about that message.
And what do you hope people see in your photos? You mentioned, the symbolism of the fist in the air on top of the car. When people go through these images, what do you want them to feel?
Well, I think, my friend and someone I worked with for a long time, Lenny Kravitz, said it best, it's time for a love revolution. And I really do believe that the imagery is showing the revolution. Gil Scott-Heron said the revolution will not be televised, the revolution will be live. And I really felt that when I'm out there. And I really feel like the revolution is live. And that's a big part of what I think people are seeing in these images. Because some people have asked me if they're Photoshopped, like they think like, is the smoke added in? Is this, this is too surreal. This is too hyper realistic, which is my style of photography to begin with. I like everything over contrasted and crazy, almost looking, I use silver gelatin prints and things. So I like that hyper reality, but that is the moment. I want them to see that, this is just me being there to document this moment in time where things are finally going to change. And being out on these streets, even yesterday, walking with little kids, Saturday protesting with little kids here that are really excited, I feel like a change is coming. I feel like, I speak in song titles, I'm sorry, but a change is going to come.
Well, thank you so much, Matthew. And it's so powerful to see this time movement through your lens. It's so beautiful. Thank you so much.
Matthew has already raised over $30,000 selling his photos, and all of the proceeds go to Black Lives Matter and other organizations that fight racism.